We don't cry wolf. When there's a problem, we're going to tell you the truth about it. And right now, our shelves are emptier than they've been in years.
Food prices remain high. In fact, they're on an upward trend still.
We're facing a food pricing problem in 2022 that's creating havoc around the world.
More on how inflation played into why pantries don't have as much food to donate to people in need this year.
In November, the cost of food became 10.6% more expensive, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Pantries across our area are in major need of donations.
If we don't get on top of this thing quickly, and I don't mean next year, I mean this year, you will have a food availability problem in 2023.
There are things happening in the world that are making it harder for farmers and food companies to give us as much as they have in the past.
Eggs are now 50% more expensive.
Food, energy, and fertilizer prices are skyrocketing.
Butter prices are up 27%.
I'm Jason Clark. This is my quest to build an army made up of people just like you and me. Help us fill these shelves! Shelves! One of the real challenges, and when you look at the data, rural poverty is like a really serious challenge. And some of the poorest people in our region live in rural communities. And there aren't many services. So one of the challenges we have is how do we help rural food pantries help hungry people? The mobile market is this really versatile tool that we can use to help thousands of people a year. So we have two teams that do mobile markets. One's based in Pasco, one's based in Spokane. And we have 3 vehicles that we use. 2 of them are converted beer trucks, which are super cool. They look like a little market. The doors open up, the canopies pop out, tables get set up, and we can give away 10,000 pounds of food in 2 hours. 87% of the counties in America with the highest food insecurity rates are rural counties. Living in a small town today makes affording food more difficult than ever, mostly due to low wages, underemployment, and a lack of transportation. That's why our mobile markets are so important, bringing food directly to our rural communities that otherwise couldn't get it.
It's a 2-stop system. The first stop is about 3 to 4 different food items. Volunteers will put the food into the vehicles that has been prepped on site.
Okay.
And then they get moved to the second stop, which is the remainder. And then after that, we close the trunk for them, and then we excuse them to go home. Every Monday, I prepare the menus for the whole week. So today, the first station is rice, beans, jalapenos, and frozen peas.
Okay.
And then it goes to cucumbers. And then we have potatoes, apples. Then our protein, our big protein today is bags of chicken strips.
Oh, awesome.
And then we have bread items.
So we'll have how many pounds of food will we have here today?
So far, my menus have been averaging between 7,000 and 8,000 pounds.
So 7 or 8, so 4 tons of food are gonna go out the door here.
Correct.
And what's the process? So I see a bunch of cars rolling up. How many people do you think we serve at a typical mobile market?
If it is busy, I can serve to 250 to 300 families in about an hour and a half.
250 families can get through in an hour and a half.
Yes.
That's amazing.
This is, I want to say, my 3rd or 4th time volunteering.
Yeah. What's bringing you back?
So our church is very open to volunteering, giving back to the community. So this is one of the events we like to do and to give back. You know, our community is great and there's a lot of people, you know, being helped by this.
I just think it's really cool how we have really big donors in our area that, you know, farmers and fruit packing and potato packing plants that give big amounts, but if you have a 1-ton box of potatoes and you drop that on a soup kitchen, they're in trouble. So this deal where Second Harvest then takes these big donations and makes them manageable for all the people who are actually touching lives. Yeah, Second Harvest is amazing. What is the big spoon? Why do you always have a big spoon?
We had a huge shift during the pandemic. Before COVID, we did about 150 mobile market events a year. Today we do over 400 events a year. One, it really opened our eyes to what the need is everywhere in rural communities. And we just made a huge commitment to increasing the number of mobile markets we do across the region. And I couldn't be prouder of our team. They've upheld that commitment, even though it is a huge amount of work.
And volunteers really make all of this possible. As demand for food increases, so does the need for both donations and time from people in every community we serve in eastern Washington and North Idaho to help us keep our mobile markets going and growing.
Here with Lynn, who was coming to the mobile market today and was willing to chat with us a little bit. And I thought your story was really cool. So tell me a little bit about why you go to mobile markets and what you do with this.
Well, I'm going to mobile markets because I have 6 at least families that are in our area that are really hit hard. And a lot of them are senior citizens that live in a senior citizen court. I don't have a lot of money, but I've got time because I'm retired, and so I go pick up food and then deal it out.
Oh, wow.
And I don't get enough for 6 all the time, so I have to split whatever you give me to be able to hand it out to whatever I think is going to work for the individuals.
So we're here in Zilla, and this is Beth, who has volunteered a lot at these events.
This is an amazing thing. Ever since the pandemic hit, and the cost of everything has gone so high, people are in need, and people are scared. And so for us to be able to help a little bit is amazing. Most of the food I picked up is going to people with children.
Okay.
Because the babies need to eat.
Yeah.
We can all afford to lose a few pounds, but our babies need to eat.
You got to take care of the kiddos.
Yeah, that's the most important thing to me.
Well, I think it makes a huge difference for them because some of the ones who live in the mobile court, their lot rent is $480 a month and going up again. And so they don't have the money. They either have to pick either to eat or to get their meds or to pay the lot rent. And sometimes even what I do isn't enough, but at least it helps. It's making a difference in some people's lives, and you know, if it happens to be something that none of them want, occasionally that happens. Kale was not popular. Then we find somebody who likes it, even if they aren't the ones who I would normally give to. So I never let anything go to waste.
What's your sense? Are there more people who need this help today than there were a year ago?
Oh, absolutely. I think the need is growing tremendously, more and more every day.
Have we run out of food at this site when you've been here for distribution?
Yes, we have run out of food many times, and you have to turn about 30 cars around. You know, and they've been sitting there so patiently and just praying for something. And then you feel like you let them down, even though it's not you. You're the one that has to look in their eyes.
Man, it's a reminder, as much as we think we're doing, there's always just a little bit more that we need to.
Yeah.
Small towns are, and always have been, the backbone of America. But the incredible irony is that those rural and farm communities in our region that literally feed the world face an increase in hunger every day. But even as the demand grows, especially in our rural communities, All of us at Second Harvest, and those who join us on our crusade, will keep fighting to provide healthy, nutritious food to every neighbor who needs it.